Welcome to another exciting episode. Welcome to another exciting episode. And welcome to another exciting episode of Daddy Can Fix This.
Go.
Good evening, ladies, gents, friends, neighbors, and children of all ages. Welcome to another exciting episode of Daddy Can Fix This. What are we working on today? Or shall I say, what am I sitting on today? This guy right here. My Christmas present, a Badland ZXR 12,000 pound winch. This is for our BeachCrawler Jeep, which if you've been watching our channel or watched the other video, we had to replace the bumper on the front of that thing, or replace the bumper on the Jeep, because the way it was mounted was absolutely horrible. We got the bumper off, we've got the things cleaned off. Again, that's another video, you can watch that one if you like. But while we've got it off, I figured it was a really good time to take off the old beat up winch that was non-functional when I bought the vehicle and put a new one in place. Now, if you take a good look, and if you're looking at winches and wanting to see reviews on winches, I'll probably do something about that, right? For this model right here. Now, this model is not the current model of ZXR 12,000. If you take a look at it, this is the older model. It's been around for years. Why did I buy the old model? Well, because the current model sells for about $350 at the filming of this video, right at the time of filming. It's currently available, and a lot of people are pretty happy about that. This one here was on clearance when I walked in the store. I was kind of up in the air, been watching reviews. I wanted to replace the winch because it wasn't working. I was on the fence, didn't know if this was the brand I even wanted to go with. I was looking similar price range. This guy was $219 out the door, or plus tax, but 219 bucks. I could not pass that up. Again, the Jeep is a toy, right? It's not my, it's a work vehicle, but it's not my main vehicle. And with that said, I don't know how much use this thing will even ever get, but being a Jeep owner, you want to have functional stuff on your rig. So I couldn't pass it up, man. I mean, 200 bucks plus, just barely. I think anybody would have jumped on that deal. With that said, this is not an unboxing video. There it is, take a look. All right, so here it is, the Badland winch, ZXR 1200, or 12,000, sorry, 12,000 pound winch. Comes with a box, all the wires already tied to it, and then all the other wires that you need. These are your mounting and connecting points, which you will see us actually do as this video continues, right? Again, I'm doing this in conjunction with the other video, so you won't see the removal of the old winch. That'll be the other video. I'll go ahead and show you mounting this one, and then we'll go ahead and wire it and do everything according to the manual here, and make sure that we do it right, because I may never use it, but if I do, you absolutely want it to work. So without further ado, let's go make the Jeep look a little better and work. Here we go. Okay, so here we are. Paint is touched up as desired. Not perfect, but not the point. The rust is now gone. That's the important part. That is the new winch. That is the new feed through for the cable thingy. And I know there's an official name for it. I'll find out. Anyway, there's all our hardware. Interesting note. This guy had a nut and bolt, or a bolt and nut on that side, but nothing for that side. Don't know what's up with that. And then we got these two guys. Anyhow, right now what we're going to use is all this stuff here to mount that there, and then we're going to use those there to mount this guy. So without further ado, and before we lose all our daylight, let's get it done. Okay, let's get on camera what's happening here. All right, so what we got is this bracket here that holds this coil tight under use, so you need it, is bumping right up on this pole here, your push bar or whatever. And unfortunately what that does, come with this upside down world, is it barely takes this guy out of line from where it needs to be. I don't know if we can see that.
Scooched forward a bit. They can't. I don't think they can see it. Right.
Anyway, that being said, we are not going to be able to directly line this guy up. So it is not a surprise to me, to be honest with you, because the whole purpose for the channel is what?
Fixing the problems that we run into that nobody else does.
No, that everybody else does, yes. It's funny because, I say it's funny, nothing ever goes as easily as it's supposed to. Alright, are we good?
Yep.
Alright, so we went to the store looking for what's called an acorn for a grinder, could not find it, so all we have is this shaping bit. I'm hoping this drill's enough, I'm hoping the bit's enough. We're going to try and go ahead and wall the holes just a touch, because according to our cameraman here, he was saying that we needed the whole thing to be able to
scooch forward,
which means holes go back. So here we go. All right, well, let me clean this up, and then we'll come back, touch up the paint real quick, and then try and put that winch on, see if we were able to do enough damage. All right, awesome.
All right, mounting time.
All right, yeah, so we've all out the holes a little bit, we think. We'll see. And the paint's mostly dry. You won't see any of this anyway, so we're going to go ahead and move forward and try and get this thing on the bumper tonight. So, I recall we're going to go back. Nope, still not working. Trying to remember how that went.
You scooched it that way. It's where it was like that.
There we go. Alright, now we just gotta center it
Scooch
over. What is it?
this way.
Is it? Yeah, that way just a touch. Maybe too much.
Nope, keep going.
Let's see, because that one looks pretty centered. Oh man. Again, point of this channel is what are you actually going to run into. This bumper is built, it's Smittybilt, made for a Smittybilt winch. This is an aftermarket winch, and it's not the same bolt holes, not the same bolt pattern. It will work if we pull these holes back, pull the winch back against this plate, and then bolt it properly. So I'll think about it overnight, and you'll see what we do in the next part of the video. All right, till then, see you guys.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, here we are. This is now day 3, I think, on this project. Yeah, day 3. So we had issues, as you saw in the earlier section of this video, with the shaping tool that we had. It was just a stone, as a matter of fact. Wore the heck out of it. Got some progress on these holes, but it just wasn't making the kind of progress I needed. Thanks to my dad, I know about these guys. This is an SF5 rotary grinding bit. It is called a burr. And hopefully this has the kind of cutting power that we need to actually shape these holes the way we want to. So all I'm going to do is create an oblong, make ovals out of circles essentially, so that we can now put this winch in and have enough clearance for these to function as designed without trying to modify that. I don't want to change that for safety reasons. So I just want to go ahead and move the holes to where we can put the bolts in and crank that thing down. So here we have it. Let's see which way. Yep. So if this thing works. All right, so yeah, that's a whole family. Awesome.
There we go. Go.
All right, so we went ahead and paused for just a little bit. We had some neighbors walking by, and this is, as you can tell in the video, we'll give you a sample of the audio. Extremely loud. So we decided to go ahead and add to the noise because what we also had going on was, I don't know if you noticed the custom steel glitter we were making as I was grinding this thing. There was a lot of it, and I didn't want to make a total mess. So we got the shop back out. We're going to go ahead and turn that exhaust away from us. And hold on. And I'm going to start grinding. He's going to go ahead and suction on the bottom first, just because that's where most of the mess was made, and then come back and clean up on the top.
Pretty sure he's already done with that corner.
Yeah, I think that corner's good. So we're going to move on and do the other 4 corners and see how we do. All right, so keep an eye on it from underneath.
It's going to be difficult.
Yeah, well, just start it and you'll see what you want. Here we go. Kill it. I had him kill this for a very important reason. Something that I've forgotten to mention in the earlier segments of this video, but one of the things that I really want to go ahead and emphasize here in all our projects is safety. Notice I'm wearing safety glasses? You're not.
Yeah.
Notice I'm wearing gloves? You're not. And also, we should both be wearing earplugs. So give us one more pause. We'll be right back, and we'll add those safety precautions to what we're doing here. Nah, it matters. All right, be right back.
Yeah, go.
All right, so we're back. Got our ear protection, got our eye protection, got our hand protection. I'm even wearing a cup. I am not. I'm not. But we're ready. All right, so we're going to continue on.
Good job.
Kill it. We did. All right, hang on.
This has happened several times. Okay. So,
All right. So, side note.
that's happened.
That has happened before, and let me tell you why. We live in a house that was built in 1996 and designed by people whose first thought was not the garage. So, with that said, the outside plugs in the front of the house are tied to the outside plugs on the back patio, which are tied to the only plugs and overhead lighting in the garage. All one 20 amp circuit. So, doing anything that requires any amount of power pops the one breaker. Daddy can't fix that. Unfortunately, I would have to redesign the entire wiring of the house, so all I'm going to be able to do is actually add one more breaker and a different panel in here to supply better power to the garage. Maybe in the future, that's pretty expensive. Yes, sir.
Don't forget to show them why.
Why what?
Breaker is
Oh,
popping.
the Christmas lights?
Yeah.
Okay, so he believes the Christmas lights are 100% completely at fault for this.
Not completely, but
Yeah, well. So again, everything to the front, also tied to everything in the back. Santa Claus brought Mommy a new portable hot tub that has a continuous filter pump running at all times and a heater. Okay, so that's on the back plug. And then we've also got all the Christmas lights on front.
which we'll have to show you.
He wants to show you. Let's show you. All right, so there we have it, right? The Daddy Can Fix This family Christmas lights. So what we got here, we've done these all ourselves, as a matter of fact. So this is Rudolph.
You
and,
can't tell.
Well, yeah, it's hard to see. So that's Rudolph with the red nose there, and that is, I believe, Donner and Blitzen, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe Comet. We've got Garfield and Odie over here around the Christmas tree, and as a matter of fact, decorating it. We've also got the baby Jesus. and nativity scene, which was the first ones that we made, along with the sign next to it with Luke 2:11.
The nativity scene and the Christmas tree.
And the Christmas tree, that's right. Those were the first 3 we made just 3 years ago. So 3 years ago we had those 2 with the Christmas tree by itself. We then added last year Snoopy, Charlie Brown, and the Charlie Brown tree. And then this year came back with Garfield and Odie. Again, all drawn, designed, painted, and cut out and staked into the ground by yours truly. So, yeah, we're really happy with that. They turned out great, we think. Didn't win us the neighborhood the neighborhood Christmas decoration contest, but that's all right. We'll just have to try harder next year. Comment below for suggestions. We have an idea of what we're going to do, but if you have any suggestions, we'll take those into account, and maybe we'll change our minds. All right, back at work here. So what do we think we've accomplished? We believe we've put these holes.
Ooh, that's heavy.
Position. Yes, it is, son. Hang on. Here, let me get that.
I got it.
Oh, so we got it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So we believe we put this in a position where these holes will actually fit. It is backwards. Okay. Grab it from you. I got that now. There.
Where are the bolts for it? Oh, they're right here.
Well, hang on. I don't know if we're that good. Let's check it out. Come on.
Remember, you set it like that. Glove off.
Cover.
Scooch sideways. That sideways.
Let's just
I think that works.
we can line any of these up. That sounds promising, dude.
Feel the hole first. Make sure it lines up.
Oh, very close, if not in.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
Oh,
Got
mine's
it started. You get yours started?
Let's see.
Let's see if I can do the front here.
Come on.
Hey, front's going.
Is it just my side?
Maybe so. Let me see. Hang on.
Hold on.
Hang on, hang on. We were insistent.
This one is odd.
What's the shape of the Chinese? That one started. Let's see here.
That back one is weird because it feels like we actually need to go.
Yeah, we need to go a little bit more on this one. So close to done. But that's all right. That's why we're here. All right. So let me redo that first one. Let me take a look at these guys and see how. Let me lean it forward. Look at that. Scratch it.
Just from right here.
Yeah, but I don't want to mess up the actual thing itself.
We could bring this guy forward and that guy forward.
Well, what I'm hoping to do, actually, is I might need to bring all of them. Can I scoot it? Just a touch. Yeah, I can. A little bit. Alright, so just that one, and not very much from the look of it. So, leave it back down. One more. Put it back. Oh no, it was right there. Okay. Alright, take these out. Okay, so we think we've got it. I think I have enough paint just to touch on it again. And that's just to keep those holes from rusting. And then we can finish. I don't want to spray paint Mommy's towel.
We can cut off.
You will see in this video that we're using it, and that's bad enough.
Cut off some paper, just place it underneath it.
I've got paper still.
It does.
Yeah. Alright, so I just barely need to unfold this a little bit.
That half fold is good.
Yeah, right there. Alright, so I'm going to lift it, you tuck it under, and then I'll place it.
Go.
touch that with a spray. Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing in there.
As you can tell by the sound of the can, there's literally barely enough to spritz it. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, I think that's the bottom of it.
Yep. Alright, that should be enough just to coat it.
Now we wait.
I'll give that 5 or 10 minutes, but I'm not going to give it much more than that. I'd like to finish tonight, and it's almost dinner time. We've already had the call. I'm about to get in trouble if I take too much longer. So, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and let this dry just a touch, and we'll unpause the video and actually mount this thing.
There we go.
Okay, so here we are. We're back. Paint's not completely dry, but again, it was just to protect the holes themselves. I'm not worried about the surface. It's going to be covered, so I'm just going to go ahead and we're ready to place this thing. So let's go to town now. All right, here it goes.
Then slide.
Close this side. I think that's close. I feel solid steel. So that means I gotta go one way or the other. Looking at
I
it,
think you gotta go that way.
I would say, yeah. I think that way actually.
No, not that way.
Yeah.
Nope. Because I don't feel anything.
Alright. Let's try that way.
Too far?
Too far? Alright,
Yep.
maybe. Just lift and slide.
There.
In there.
Yes.
2 out of 3. 3 out of 4. Last one is the trick.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
Got him?
Hold up. Let's do it, but I can feel the entire hole. Yeah. There we go.
Can you get him?
Yep.
We're in, y'all. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and snug them by hand. Not all the way tight, dude. I want to be able to wiggle it. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah, it's because, well, yeah, not all the way. Actually, you touch the lock washer, and it'll grip some. I don't want to grip the lock washer yet, because I want to pull it back and straight as much as possible before I cinch anything down. That's judging by those guys there. That right there.
Yeah, I think that's
what
what
I
I
want
want
you to do. Alright. So now, I can hand,
Tighten these guys.
just by hand. Alright, you got that? Alright. And I had a wrench here with all the right sockets, and then we went inside for the day. So grabbing that, I think we've got the right one on there. That's loosen. That's tighten. Alright, so we are at a point right now which we were not able to get to just a day ago, which is putting this thing on there so we can put this back on the car. Alrighty, so here we are back again on our winch video. The bumper is now secure as we can do it for now. Reference the other video for that. We're calling it done because I've got another correction video that I'm going to have to do regarding that last bolt right there. Like I say, check out the other video, you'll see what I'm talking about. But in the meantime, we're going to continue on with our winch project. It's mounted nice and secure. Happy with the way that turned out. I'm going to go ahead and mount the feed through here, and then we're going to pause for a little bit, check out the owner's manual, make sure that we understand the wiring as we should, and then continue on with this video, wiring it up and showing you how it functions. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this on for now. Hold this, if you would. Actually, hold the full thing, the weight of the whole thing. Both hands. Yeah, there you go. Got it. Get me the tie rod cutters. I should have done that before.
Just use a knife.
Use your knife. Yes, sir. You can see this is a different knife you just bought yesterday. It was a good deal.
It's $5.
Yep, can't be a $5 knife. That's what I was afraid of. Yep, that works. Okay, we're in good shape. I just want to make sure that would go through. All right. You probably saw none of that. You probably saw a really good angle of my back. I apologize for that. What we're doing is just making sure that this would go through as expected. So it did. We put it on free spool, pulled it through, and it's good to go. So, matter of fact, what I need to do. Yeah, I'll do that here in a second. All right, let's crank this down. Well, all right, peeps. Wiring day has arrived. We had a pretty good battle getting everything to the point that we're at. Sure, if you're following the video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So we're gonna head and take this stuff outside. Go ahead and take this stuff outside and move on to the next step, which is make the thing work. All right, let's do this. See, I guess let's just snap these into place. There it is. Wow. Alrighty. Is that centered?
It's good enough.
What you saying? Looks good. Actually, let me just touch that away. Looks good. All right, well, I mean, according to, I think I got my keys here. According to the owner's manual, which I recommend you read. I don't normally do that myself, all being told, truth being told. But I do recommend you read it when it comes to this part. You want to get it right. You don't want to mess up your brand new winch. So, according to this thing, it's a pretty simple hookup. Let's walk through it and see how it goes. So, luckily they separate the ground wires. My guy goes, let's see here. I'm not mistaken. Alright, this definitely goes over here. That's the yellow to the one with the yellow ring. Let's drop him for now. So, finger tight. And again, these lights are not wired yet. That'll be another upcoming video. Because when I got the Jeep, the bumper, these lights were installed, but the wires were cut just like the winch wires. So I'll hook those guys up. All right. Red here. Wait a second. Oh yeah, that's the long one. All right. Yeah, the red goes to the red. Right. There. Again, this is just kind of place holding for now. Black wire goes to this guy here. Again, go backwards first. You find your thread. Make sure you're not cross-threading. Get that guy out the way. That'll help. There we go. And then the tough one, which I wish I'd known before I went ahead and put some oomph behind these guys, is the ground wire, which actually goes underneath here. And there's two wires that you've got to put on there. One is this guy, and the other is, that's right, this little pigtail here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Pigtail first. Oh, gotta get the bolt off. Or the nut, sorry. That's there. Pigtail wire, where'd you go? And then this guy as well. So he's up on the stud. Let me grab this guy from over here, which is where he's going to end up going. Pull this way down for now and put it back later. Alright, he's there. And again, I would have tightened this on beforehand had I known, but that's okay. I think I can get it just by feel. There it goes. And again, I'll snug him down like the rest of them. But my main thing now is to get us into the actual engine compartment and into, let me pass him through here just for routing purposes. So these three I can later tie wrap together once they're where they belong. This one will come over here. 6 there. And he can be routed. Darn brake line. Tell you what, those are gonna go both go up. Let me see where.
Put them just both
there.
over.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them over the line because I don't want anything interacting with that brake line ever. So I think they clear there. That's good. All right. Now that I'm gonna go ahead and send both these up. And my cameraman, an extra hand there, we'll grab them from the top.
You want the camera or show them where?
We can show them after the fact.
Okay.
Let's just get it through for now. Let's see, where am I going with these? I think there. Right, ready? Yep. Is it paused?
No.
All right, go ahead and pause it. See. All right, so here we are. We went ahead and fed these through best way I could find. So initially what's going to happen is I'm going to go ahead and tie this guy off to this group here to start. Then it's going to come down and tie to the ground here, and I'll probably go ahead and tie it off to the sway bar here, and then avoid any sharp edges so that it doesn't cut through with vibration under use, or driving conditions rather. Came through between the core support and the AC lines and stuff, all this area here where I could find that there was no movement while driving. I'm going to pass it now under all these wiring harnesses and around the edge here to the battery so that we can continue the hookup. So let me go ahead and do that now. That guy's completely out of the way of everything, no tight spots, and yeah, I like that. He's ready to bolt up over here, so I'll set him aside for now. And we gotta concentrate on the positive, which I like to do in life generally. So let's go ahead and snug these down for now. We know that we're in a good spot, so that's all that matters. I wonder how many people just let this boot go when they do their own installs. Comment below if you have this winch. Tell me if you actually have this boot on or not. Alrighty. Whew, boy, that was a struggle and a half. Alright, so there we are. Now I'm just going to go ahead and tie wrap these guys together. Tie wrap, zip tie, wire tie, whatever you want to call them. For the record, you will notice that the positive wire now passes between the sway bar and the body, whereas this guy passes under the sway bar and the body. That was just because they laid more comfortably individually that way, and it also gained me, surprisingly, about a good extra 2 inches, 2.5 or so, on the battery side of the positive wire, which I did need to properly mount it to the relay box or relay array that they send with this guy. So let me go ahead. So he stays out of the way of things in the engine bay. So let me do the ground first. No rubbing. There we go. Alright. Now for the positive. Careful where you touch your wrench as you do this side. Alright. Now I'm doing exactly as the instruction manual said to do. Normally I would mount these somewhere, but the picture they had literally had it coming straight off the battery post. So that's exactly what I'm going to do with it. Since I can't see the nut side, I'm going to flip this guy. Upways. Place this guy down. Washer and nut. I don't know what size that is. This isn't it. So, pause. We there?
Yeah.
Alright, so what I've done is I bent this tab down so that my socket isn't touching the relay, because then you get a light show. And I'm tightening this down without touching anything. Again, I absolutely do not like this design. I will see how I can change this in the future. But for now, for the purposes of making this thing function per the manufacturer's, and I'll show you the drawing, guys. This is their recommended wiring method. So there we have it.
Also, use gloves.
If you have electrician's gloves, sure, but regular gloves won't do much for that. Alright, so let me get the manual. Pause that. Alright, so there we have it, huh? So, nut straight to the terminal. Those are your circuit breakers. There's your red wire. Going straight to your box. These guys all wired the way we did them. So, we are absolutely, per manufacturer's recommendations, I don't like it. I don't believe it to be safe. I may find some other way to do that. And if I do, you'll see another video on the channel. Alright, so last thing last is to go ahead and secure our box to the winch using these guys. Trying. I see you trying. Alright, that goes through there.
Yes, yes.
And that is nice and started. I'll start the other one also, so I can snug them down. Watch the paint, dude. It's a running joke. This thing's a beater, paint-wise, but we just want to make sure that it's good mechanically.
Eventually, you might get a new paint job.
Nah.
Wink, wink, winkety wink.
Nope. And the reason why, I don't want to worry about rocks, sticks.
Yeah, just almost down to primer on that spot.
It is what it is, man. So, I think those are the only two I used. So, nice clean run. No need for too much tie wrapping.
Get the remote.
Yeah, that wire, I don't want to stress it all, so I'm just going to leave it where it is. I guess I could have tie wrapped it with the group. Yeah, he's fine. Well, let's see if this thing can operate.
Oh, hold on. Forgot to cut some other tie wraps. These guys here.
No. Leave those alone for now. I'm just going to bump it. Because we got to go back and do a whole process of winding that thing properly. Here, hold this. So it's got an alignment notch there, which matches this guy here.
Y'all can't quite see that. That's
See this notch on top also, or alignment pin. There we go. And again, like I said, I'm just gonna bump it for now. Buttons say out and in. That's out. That's in. That's snug. So that's that. So for now, we know that this thing works. That's the whole point, is for it to go out and for it to go back in. And we just proved that that's the case. So our winch is hereby wired. Now what I need to do next, and I may actually add this to the end of the video, is to pull this whole thing out, strap it to something solid, and then pull the Jeep in all the way from the very first spool so that it actually winds the rope on tight, rope, steel braid, so that when you actually have to use this thing, it doesn't get tangled on its way back in. So I just got to find a good spot to do that, because you want it to be kind of at an incline. All right, you don't want your Jeep rolling away on you or your vehicle rolling away on you as you're winding this thing in, or being too loose to where it's not getting a good tight wind. So let me see if I can locate a good spot to do that, and then we'll do that next, and then we'll absolutely be ready to hit the trails, rocks, whatever we want to do with this winch. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It is wired up, it is functional. I think it looks pretty good. Let's close the lid, take a look at it.
Hold up, pause.
Alright, so sorry to just have it here locking these guys. Alright. There is all kinds of accessories and things that are required when properly using the winch when you're actually, you know, climbing and crawling and stuff. I don't have any of that stuff yet. Right now, all this was intended to do was I was just wanting to put the bumper on the vehicle properly, because it was in a situation that it could possibly fall off the car while driving. That got accomplished. I happened to be in the store, And while I was in the store, I found this guy at a ridiculous price, as I mentioned earlier. So I just got it, right? I couldn't pass up on it. Now, it's on there, it's functional. And with that, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get all the accessories to actually use it properly, because I don't wanna have it on there if I can't actually use it. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, take care of us. God bless, and we'll see you guys on the next one.